What's up, everybody? It's Matt again. I am back with another video. This time we are going to talk. What are we going to talk about? Jupiter Retrograde. From now, when you're seeing this video, probably April 10th or 11th, up until I believe it is August 11th, 2019, we are going to have expansion through Jupiter retrograde. And it comes in many forms because Jupiter is the planet that rules expansion, luck, abundance, and finances. So all these are up for review during Jupiter retrograde. Now, unlike Mercury retrograde, when Mercury goes retrograde, everything grinds to a halt: communication, money, electronics. It's not going to happen that way with Jupiter. What will happen is your processes will most likely come under review. The way you react to certain situations, how you look at luck and abundance and your finances are going to come into review. So nothing will grind to a halt. What will happen is literally you'll find better ways to do things. If you believe in luck, you'll find better ways of being lucky. If you're trying to work on finances, well, hey, guess what? You have 4 months to work on your finances, to work on a better way of making money. All this stuff is coming up for review, and it's all in alignment with what's been going on this year. As we know, this past 4 months has been, let's call it, it's put us through the ringer in terms of emotional, financial, mental, and spiritual security. You know, we want to make sure that we have a place in this world, on this earth, in our future. And up until now, that's been really called into question. And honestly, it does feel like that. A lot of it is questioning our security, questioning our faith, questioning our place in this world. And for the past 4 months of this year, we've been in this really huge shift in terms of what do we truly want? How are we going to get there? How do we see ourselves? Well, Jupiter retrograde is kind of expanding upon that. What it's really going to do is it's going to pull all the silver linings out. It's going to say, literally, if you think this is your path, let's see. How much faith do you have in this, that it's your path? Are you willing to work on it? How much are you willing to work on? And then it's a revision. You're going to step back. You're going to step into your own thought process, and you're going to continuously revise that process in terms of, is this right for me? Is this what I want to do? Is this who I should become? And are there better ways of doing this? And that is all really Jupiter retrograde is about. It's a 4-month occurrence that allows you to expand incrementally and hugely and vastly in terms of as far as you could ever really go. So our subconscious is connected to like universal knowledge. So we already know in a way what is really coming up. It's just getting the physical part of us to catch up to the subconscious part of us. So we've been working internally on all this stuff, everything that we've been trying to understand, everything that we've been trying to gain. So now we're taking a step back and we're revisiting all this stuff, and we're allowing our physical bodies to catch up at the same time. So also, Jupiter is reminding us that everything happens for a reason, even if we don't understand it yet. We're going to look back at everything. We're going to take into account everything that has happened and realize that this is the path that we're on at this point. But we're also at this point where we can revise and revisit and understand and try and pare down the steps that it's going to take, not only to get us to the next spot, but what our end result really wants to look like. Because that's, we might have taken 3 or 4 years to get to a certain spot. Well, we don't want to take another 3 or 4 years to get to another spot. So what can you take out, maybe in terms of fighting, or say, no, I'm gonna do my own thing. So instead of, taking 8 steps to get to one direction, you take 2 or 3, and you do it more incrementally. You do it in a better way, and you stop fighting, and you stop trying to take the long way around. Maybe you stop a lot of things that aren't working for you. So like watching Netflix on a nightly basis, or going out, or whatever. Like, it is all about, here's my path, this is what I want to do. And the past 4 months have already taught most of us that if you want it, you really need to fight for it, but you shouldn't have to fight for it. So what are you doing incorrectly that you are fighting? And honestly, like, the next 4 months are just reevaluating where you're putting your energy into. Are you putting your energy into the right idea? Are you valuing your own energy? Are you giving away your energy more than you really should? If you are, and you're giving away more of your energy than you're keeping, look into why that's happening. Look into who you're giving it to, and look into who is not returning that energy. Because if somebody is not returning anything back to you, you're at a deficit. And that is a good thing to kind of understand during the retrograde, is where am I lacking? In terms of energy and finances and all this other stuff. But really, when it comes to energy, because we are energetic beings. So if we're giving away our energy to somebody and we're not getting it in return, we're at that deficit. And that is something that we can cut out. Because from here on out, if we're expected to be our full selves, if we're expected to give 110% to a cause of our choosing, or trying to figure out what we should be doing, and we want all this energy, and not even physical or emotional, but just, we're energetic beings. We need to make sure that we have it all for us. If we're giving it to somebody and not getting it back, that's the deficit. And you're not going to have enough energy to keep moving forward. So during this 4-month period, it's a good way to revisit this idea of, where am I lacking energetic wise? I would honestly say the best way to deal with the next 4 months is to journal, to think, to figure out how you can spend your time better. It's a revisiting process from the inside out. So do that. Our job during retrograde is to keep revisiting who we truly are. We're at this point where we kind of have an outline of the people, the person, the being that we think we are. And this is a really good time to figure that out, to fill in the outline, so to speak, to figure out what's actually going on. So during the next 4 months, honestly, take it slow. Figure out who you truly are. Figure out where you're lacking, and figure out what really needs to stay and go. And it's not really that much different for the past 4 months, but it's more of a internal reflection of who you truly are at this point, because maybe you have a lot of goals that you're wanting to accomplish, like a lot of really interpersonal or personal goals. Well, what is stopping you from achieving those goals? What, who, how, when, what lack? What is the lack? Go to that lack and figure out why you're lacking. Is it from you? Is it from somebody else? Is it, for a specific reason? But think of it this way. Think of the next 4 months as expansion. rapid expansion. I mean, not honestly rapid, but think of the next 4 months as rapid expansion. We're trying to get to a finish line. We don't know if we can get to the finish line. We don't know what we need in order to get to the finish line. So this 4-month period is gathering everything that you need in order to help you make it to that finish line. And who knows what the finish line really is. Like ascension and spiritual development, there really is no finish line. But if you can understand yourself a little bit more, understand what feeds your heart and allows you to move forward on a daily basis, that's a way better time of getting to that finish line than just kind of flailing around and hoping that somebody will come through. So I hope this helped. I'm going to start doing a few more videos like this, and I do want to do more tarot card reading videos, but I had an idea tonight, and I think I'm going to start talking more about the universe and universal appeal and how we can be more in tune with the universe and how we can be more in tune with ourselves, and not just our minds, but our hearts. Because true growth and true expansion happens when we're so connected with our hearts that we're being pulled along very gracefully and not in our heads, which is causing us to fight with everything around us. So I hope you enjoyed this. I will talk to you later. I love all of you. Peace.